How's it going, Crystal? What is good? Sorry if I'm a bit quiet right now. I'm just setting something up real quick. How are ya? Hope you've had a good weekend. How's it going, 509? Hang on a sec. I'm just quickly copying something and I'll be with you guys in about 10 seconds. All right. How you doing, Westy? Early in from the Penguin raid. Who's Penguin? Oh, a Penguin raid. What does that mean? How's it going, 509? Hope you're well, man. It's good to see you back here. Hope everyone's having a nice weekend so far. You still got a good chunk of it left. Enjoy it. Oh, musical, The Waddling Penguin. How is musical doing? I do love a nice musical live. Most chilled out community in the game. I didn't even know he was on yet. I haven't been on. I literally just got back from seeing my mum. It's been one of those busy weekends. How you doing, Crystal? How's everything? I saw one of your shorts where you had Orange Cat on the big screen, and I think your daughter was sitting in front of. And I was thinking, I hope she's not doing that for mine because I might inadvertently poison your daughter for life. I'm scared of shit out of her. I might have to tone down some of my content if I know that's going on. I missed the music thing today. I was making lasagna. I'm I'm not too big on lasagna. I think it's because of the tomato puree. I'm not much of a tomato puree person. I've got a very weird relationship with tomato puree. Like I'll eat it on pizza, but other situations I'm not on. Horrible card judges scripts. Mate, I'm we're gonna get into that. I am fucking pissed. What up, Frankie? '07 card was arse juice. At least Meatball retired. That was a benefit. The problem is, yeah, when her opponent came like dancing into the cage, I kind of wanted her to get beaten up. I was in Brutaly's stream for most of the night, and I was when I saw her dancing into the cage and giving it all, I wanted to see her get chinned. And I've never ever picked for Molly McCann in my life. I went from really wanting to see Molly McCann getting beaten up to by the time her opponent got to the cage, I was like, fuck me, I hope this woman gets beaten up. And I had her in a parlay as well. None of my parlays landed last night, but I don't think most people's did. It's been another sullen 2025 for me. One card victory, and I think I'm down like $100 on the year. Leon is garbage. Yes, random he is. He's garbage and he's a quitter. But the thing is though, yeah, I made a video with a channel called The Fight Franchise um about a year and a half ago, and we discussed this very matter. And I had like we made a greatest welterweights of all time tier list, and I had none of the modern welterweights in the top three, and he roasted me for that, and so did the chat. And I think I've gone on to be proven. Like the Matt Hughes GSP era, much better fighters during that time. What the fuck is tomato puree? You you marinara. Lol, let's fucking go, Frankie. How you doing, Grimy? I've realized the more and more you people get comfortable with me, the more you start taking the absolute piss out of me. I guess it shows that the love is there. But yeah, miserable fucking card. It was absolute dog shit. Um, the thing is, yeah, I was enjoying the card for what it was. I know people like to judge how good a card is based on the finishes. I thought most of the fights were at least entertaining. A lot of them went to decisions, but most of them were competitive. We didn't get that many like horrendously horrible fights. Maybe I'm coping and reaching a little bit. But I thought the card itself was relatively entertaining. And then Leon comes out and completely that's why like a main event is so crucial to how people see a card overall. It's so vital. And Leon going in there and shit in the bed was just embarrassing for British MMA. I'm not even a very big Leon Edwards fan. The reason why I'm annoyed is because I thought he was good. And now I've come to the realization that he probably never was. There was a point on this channel where I said he would beat Islam Makhachev. I know. Never ever trust my picks ever. But the ones I did pick, I'm hoping that Gilly will pull up at some point because I've got to have some conversations about some of those fights that he picked over me. Well, I thought I got very unlucky. Card was terrible. I went out with my girlfriend and went shopping during it because it was so bad. I mean, Jesus Christ. When a card is making you suffer that bad that you consider taking the misses out on a shopping spree as a better alternative, that kind of says it all. Yeah, man, it's not. It was not great. This fight turned me back. This fight card turned me back into a happy homemaker because I had to shut it off. I couldn't do it. I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was that bad. I think it was, as Antec put it, a gay card. It was definitely a gay card, which is maybe why I didn't hate it that much. Um, but no, Kevin Holland made the card great. I thought Nathaniel Wood's performance was really good. Another guy that I picked against. I said it would be a close fight. Nathaniel Wood was really good. Um, I thought Jan Blahowicz's performance was really good as well, and I'm going to get into that shit show. Never go shopping with your girlfriend. Yeah, never go shopping with a female in general. Not just because they're going to fleece you out of your money, but you know how men are. When we go shopping, or maybe it's just I don't think it's just me. When I go shopping, I've got a very, very strict idea of what I want to get. I've got the supermarket laid out in my mind. Same with clothing. I'll go in, I'll pick things up. I'll be like, yeah, that looks all right. Bish bosh, I'm on the road. Whereas women just they ain't wired that way. You're gonna spend several hours walking around doing fuck all. The card wasn't the best, but fuck me, that Herbert Padilla fight was such dog shit. That was the worst fight on the card for me. They literally stared at each other for the entirety of the 15 minutes. But I did pick Padilla, and I had him in a parlay. And even though that parlay ended up not working out, at the time, even though the fight was shit, I was like, oh well, at least Padilla's clearly won. And he was one that I picked over Gilly. Didn't get many victories over Gilly last night, but I was robbed in half of them. So, how you doing, Lane? What's good? What is good? How were your picks last night, Lane? Did you manage to make any money? Because I certainly fucking didn't. I think I only lost about $75, so it wasn't like an outright disaster, but it weren't great. I have a feeling that pretty much everyone had a similar night when it came to making money, though. I should have not been swayed by Gilly, and I should have put money on Duncan because he got me doubting myself. Card was pure shit. I think it ended really, really badly. I think we had one or two stinkers in between, but I thought we had competitive fights that were decent. We just didn't have any wow moments because a lot of people judge a card by that. They need to see people get fucking flatlined, and that certainly wasn't happening last night. There was one person I thought wouldn't get finished last night. I thought it would be Leon Edwards, and he's shit. He's shit, and he always was. Jan versus Allberg was also very underwhelming. That was the main event to me. That was the card I was looking forward to. Sorry, that was the fight I was looking forward to the most. It wasn't a great fight, but I thought Jan clearly won that shit. And I watched it again, and I'm even more convinced that he won. Grimy, Grimy, she was spending your money either way. I don't consider a female shopping. I don't get down like that. I've never gone down like that. I know what the I'll come with you, and I don't even want to do that. I'll be damned if I'm opening my wallet. Fuck that. Picked Brady by third round sub, fourth round sub will do. Yeah, Cayman, you nailed that. Brady looked. I'm not sure if Brady looked sensational or if Leon is just that shit, but he was certainly ready. My picks were abysmal, but I did well with my over-unders, Thainara sub and Duncan sub. Perfect. Because you must have got money on the Duncan sub. I did pick the Thainara sub as well. I had 3 parlays still going, and they were all still going until pretty much the very end. I had 3 parlays left, and pretty much Leon Edwards ruined all of them. So I had it to go 5 rounds was one of them. I had Leon by decision in another one, and I had Leon just to win. Obviously, they all fucked up. So I went from potentially making about a grand on Leon Edwards to making nothing. It was pretty bad. Hang on a second. Duncan's sub was plus 2,500. The Finara one was a bit more obvious. Lona Kavanagh, I believe. Lona Kavanagh looked really good. I said Lona Kavanagh would win. I thought he looked great. Holland actually looked really good against Gunny. Gunny's a weird one though, because Gunny never fights. Gunny never ever fights. So really, that should have been a layup. I know Gunny's decent, but he should have like I don't know. He should have done better. I think like Kevin Holland, it was there for the taking. Parking got robbed like crazy, but last night was crazy. Allberg and over 2.5 was amazing for me. The Allberg fight wasn't a robbery, but he very clearly lost. Parking was a robbery. So let's talk about 2 fights. Parkin fight and Fletcher got robbed as well. I picked Fletcher to win. I didn't put any money on him, but I had actually he might have been the first parlay of mine that fell. Fletcher won that fight. Lauren got takedowns and did nothing with them. Awful decision. Ras stopped the fight early. Leon was just getting going. I knew the thing is, yeah, I knew Leon had lost by the end of the first round, but when he shot that fucking takedown in the 3rd round, I just wanted to rip my hair out. Absolute dog shit. Allberg had a Yusuf Salau performance. Jan Strickland didn't fight till the last 10 seconds. You mean Jan and Allberg? I thought Jan won the fight though. Gunnar is a part-time fighter, exactly. So Kevin Holland should be winning that fight anyway. I'm really amazed that so many people pick Gunny. I was watching Brutally's chat, and because I had Kevin Holland in a parlay, and he said that he had Gunnar, and Gunnar was one of his locks he had in it, so he had him in all of his parlays, and I was like, bro, that's not a great one. Gunny's too inactive. Most unforgettable card ever. Disgraceful judging. It was criminal judging. There were the thing is there were no robberies, so to speak, but there were so many clearly bad decisions. I had Jan winning as well, JVD. I thought Jan won really clearly. Really clearly. Everything about that card was atrocious. There's been way worse cards this year. There's been way worse. It was disappointing from a finishing perspective, but I thought a lot of the fights were competitive. I think what I figured out, yeah, is what leaves a really salty taste on a card is when, first of all, a fighter that you like loses. That's one aspect of it. If it's a good fight, you can kind of take it on the chin. When a fighter that you like loses and they get robbed, it just ruins the whole experience. And it's happening way too often. It's turning into boxing. I had to walk away from my TV when Leon was shot. I was fucking angry. But as soon as I saw him do that, I was ready to go to bed at that point. I stuck it out because I'm a fucking mong. In terms of UK cards, that was hands down the worst card ever. I thought Padilla won. Shit fight though. They both deserve to lose, really. You can't give the fight to our musical raid. Fucking sweet. Shout out to everyone popping in. If you wouldn't mind hitting a like on the stream, because we are actually leaning towards, or we're kind of building towards Bodak's stream as well. So if you guys could hang around, that'd be fucking awesome. Molly's cringy retirement. It's the only true thing she's ever said in her life. But then Paddy fucking weeping in the crowd, was just gross. I did bet Padilla. I lost money last night because I had all parlays in it, so it was a fucking shit show. How you doing, Jesus Story and Talmud? I've seen you before, bro. How you doing? Absolute shit show, boys. What's up, Chubby? I'm doing all right. It wasn't the worst card of the year. It definitely wasn't. It was the most disappointing in terms of the way it went down. Very, very disappointing. It wasn't the worst card of the year. This year has stunk in general. It was just another bad card in a host of series. We maybe had 2 good cards this year. It's been atrocious. Ulberg trains in CKB. Izzy been teaching him the ways. You lost though. It wasn't terrible, but I just wasn't invested in any fight. I thought it was generally quite a competitive card. We didn't get the finishes that we wanted at all, but I thought it was generally it was a decent enough card to watch. I just thought that the outcomes were really disappointing. So many clear decisions that just went the wrong way, and for no real explanation. You can't justify. I don't know how you can justify Mick Parkin losing. And I thought the Blachowicz one was even worse. The card was half decent. There were some good moments like Nathaniel Wood was amazing. Bannon and Tamar, they're both shit, and they both had robberies in their last few fights. So it was kind of a lose-lose situation. But the way that it went down, the head kick nearly KO, and then the sub. I had money on Yan too as well, Spiros. I was really, really gutted. Yeah, I saw Bilal saying headshot dead, and Bilal's just a cunt. But I have to say though, yeah, Bilal might be one or two wins away from being the best welterweight of this era. I enjoyed the card generally. I thought it was like a 6. I don't think it was that bad. Yan could have done better. I thought Yan did really well. The thing that really bothered me about the Yan thing, and I was waiting for Gilly to turn up to speak about this, and I think I will because I want to see how he defends that because he said that Ulberg won that fight, and I disagree. Fletcher didn't lose 2 rounds. Control shouldn't. Lauren didn't get any damage off whatsoever. That was a terrible decision. Bilal does a lot of yapping on Twitter and not much fighting these days. I've got some bad news for everyone as well. He's going to beat JDM. It's going to be one of those years. It's going to be one of those years. It's going to suck, but we're going to have to take it on the chin. I'm hoping, yeah, that we get all the way through. I can't wait to talk to you about Ulberg, Gilly, because I've watched it again, and I even more feeling the right that Yan won. And I've got reasons for I've got one specific reason for why I feel that way. Yan won that fight. I've got one key piece of evidence for why that's the case. Give Musical his laptop. What's that about? Ulberg is coming for Poatan. I wouldn't mind if they made that next. Ulberg shit. He's gonna get chinned. As soon as Ulberg's next fight, whoever it's against, bet against him. I think Ulberg only got given that win because he got numbers with those tappy leg kicks, but I don't think those do anything. Here's the thing, yeah. I disagree strongly with that. I do. Because, and I'm gonna go through this in a minute. There's one clear reason why Yan won. I can understand. Here's the thing. I can understand why the judges got fooled into picking Ulberg. He didn't win that fight. How you doing, Ty Bets? Yan 100% won by the 3-minute highlight video I saw. I'm surprised they got 3 minutes of highlights in that. Ulberg won 8 in a row for a reason. He's their new poster boy. They need fresh blood in the. They need it, but it's not a good. And Yan's obviously on his way out, but I don't agree with that. Why didn't Yan wrestle? Because he clearly thought he was winning the fight. He was getting the better of the stand up, and I think he was landing the more damaging strikes as well. But there's a key reason as to why Ulberg lost that fight. Molly losing and retiring was the cherry on top for me. Awesome card. That was a highlight. That was a highlight. I fucking hate Molly McCann. And seeing her get dusted the way that she did, and I didn't think she'd retire, but I think she probably knew she was going to get bounced out at that point. How you doing, Cheddarhead? Italy game is close now. Are they playing tonight? Ulberg outstruck Yan more damage. That is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. The thing is, yeah, the fight. Let's call it what it is. Yeah, the fight was like the majority of that fight was leg kicking game. Was the leg kicking game, and Blachowicz leg checked most of those leg kicks. So when you put the strikes forward of he outstruck him by 8 strikes in the entire fight, they were counting those blocked leg or those checked leg kicks. And Yan controlled the center of the cage, was pushing him back. Ulberg was running the entire time. Yan won that fight. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. Yeah, I agree. I agree with why Yan. Like that's a good reason for putting forward as to why Yan didn't shoot because Allberg was doing a good job moving. Don't get me wrong. I can see I can see why he got the nod. I can see why the judges got fooled. But this is why they need to be educated. It's fucking ridiculous. Leg kick snooze fest. That's exactly what it was. The thing is with that though, the difference between that and a female fight is when those two scrap here, you can kind of see, yeah, at least there's a moment where you think danger might come. So you're still like, you're still invested because they both can crack, something might happen. Whereas when it happens in a woman's fight, you're like, no, I'm sorry, Giuliano, I completely disagree with that. You're blatantly riding on your pick. The thing is, you won. You picked the right person to win, which is what matters at the end of the day. Allberg didn't deserve to win that fight. And I said it in the Brutally stream as well. I said, Yan should win this fight, but they're going to give it to Allberg before the scorecards got read out. Molly retirement was sad, to be honest. She could still get a good freak. Molly McCann is awful, and she's an awful human being. If you saw that reality TV show with her that her and Paddy were on, where they did like a day in the life or whatever the fuck it was, she's an absolute cunt, and I'm glad she's gone. I hate her. She's a moody little dyke. Hey, Frankie, how you doing, Piccolo? What's good, man? Can you Jenny why he had another losing streak? What's that, Chewiwi? Do we even know if Yan can still shoot after his double shoulder surgery? I mean, that might be a reason why he didn't want to test it, but I agree with Steve Spiros. I think the major reason for that was because Allberg was running away for the majority of that fight. And if you shoot in from too far out, which a lot of fighters did that night, you're going to get fucking absolutely knocked out. So there was that. Molly to Dirty Boxing or BKFC. I hope I never see that cunt again. Frankie, I have no problem admitting when somebody I picked wins a robbery. You're wrong about this fight, though. We cannot be rewarding this running away bullshit, especially when the entirety of Allberg's offense was leg kicks and at least half of them were checked. And I think I'm being generous on that. I would say it was more like 75% were checked. And Yans were all fudding away. He was the one that landed a little bit more. He was the one doing the forward pressure. When you're telling me that your argument for Allberg winning was that he outlanded him by 7 strikes, and they were clearly counting the strikes that he was landing on the legs that were getting checked, you can't make an argument then. Yan did everything else by the scoring criteria to win that fight. The forward pressure, he landed with a little bit more FUD. There was one moment when Allberg landed on him and cut the eye a bit, but that was the only significant thing he did in the entire fight. For him to win that fight and shit on Yan's career is a disgrace. And honestly, it's a joke. Parking got robbed as well. Did you see Yo Romero chin that? I didn't see that. I saw it was on, but by that point, I was like my combat sports energy was out. I didn't even want to watch anymore. I went straight to bed. They let half the dogs win on that card plus the robberies. Yeah, I mean, it was an awful card. If you were betting heavy last night, you did not have a good night because it wasn't great. ONE FC was dope aside from their pay-per-view streams crashing, but good on MMA hosts for getting their viewers and getting the subs from it. Fair play to him, yeah. They're quite good like that, ONE FC. They're usually quite open about people streaming the cards because they see it as a win-win. As long as people are watching, especially in the West, smashed out for that. People complain about the judges and still nothing happens. It's going to take the fighters to do something about it. The fighters are going to have to band together and say, we're sick of this shit. I saw the Rod Tang highlights. Rod Tang's amazing. My sister's trained with him a bunch of times. I know she hasn't trained with him like that. She's trained with him. She trained with Superlek as well. Parkin was a brutal robbery. I thought that was her. And the fact that it was a unanimous decision as well disgusted me. But I will say this. When Parkin lost, he wasn't like surprised. You can always, the reason why I didn't dump on the Parkin one too much is because at the end he kind of went and just clapped away. He wasn't like aghast at the decision. Allberg should be embarrassed with his fight style and running away from a 42-year-old man who hasn't fought in 2 years. 100%. Allberg's been shit though. In that No Love performance, not No Love, No Time performance, the last one, I was off the train immediately. We need to keep ONE FC in business as they are the only promotion providing that product. I mean, it's at the point now, yeah, where BKFC is gonna become number 2 by default. Superleg got worked last night. I didn't see that. Superleg is decent as well. Yeah, Fletcher got robbed pretty badly. Again, I met Lauren in person and like, first of all, he's a moody little midget. He's up to my chin. When he bumped into me in the bathroom, I was thinking I was gonna turn and like smack him one, and I saw, well, not smack him one, but give him a piece of my mind. And I saw it was him, and I was like, absolute. He's fucking tiny. He's like 5'2", and he was shit last night. Yeah, women's MMA stepped up yesterday. I've got to say, the women's fights were the best fights on the card, which is just terrible for the sport. There hasn't been one card in 2020. Well, there was one card in 2025 so far that was really good. That card where we got pretty much all finishes up to the main event. I think it was the Song Yadong card. Parkin's too nice. I genuinely think he doesn't want to hurt his opponents. You can't be doing that in this game. Parkin also looks like he smells as well. He looks like he's got swamp ass. I think you're all sucking off Poland. This is some World War 11 guilt, World War II guilt. No, we just think he won the fight. And we think that for Ulberg to get rewarded with, he's now going to be 3rd ranked in the light heavyweight division for a shit performance against Volkan Ozdemir and pretty much Robin Yan is a disgrace to me. He's probably going to get, he's probably going to be next in line for a title shot after the rematch as well, which again just pisses me off. I thought it wasn't the fights that were bad on the card. What left a sour taste in everyone's mouth was the decisions. The decisions were outright dog shit. Thoughts on Jonathan Haggerty moving to MMA full time? I don't like it for him. I don't like it for him. I think he's going to get smashed. He's going to get taken down and molested on the ground. Yuri versus Ulberg. That could be next. And I think Yuri batters him. So let's say there may be some silver lining to that. But Yan doesn't, I mean, he doesn't even deserve that fight. Frankie, stop saying we when Pereira robbed Yan first and he was everyone's hero. No, Gilly, no. I'm not having that either. Because I said on my last stream, I bet on Alex Pereira, and I actually thought Yan might have won that fight. 2 robberies don't make a right, mate. Gio went 8-13, really good. That's exactly how I went 8-5. I think I went like 6-6, or whatever it was. I got about 50%, which ain't great. But I don't think anybody did that well. I thought Ulberg was the chosen one after the Manyfield fight. Manyfield's shit as well, though. I think Gowitz lost. Yeah, I'm not. Anyway, who is here? All right, it's Good Noodle.
What's up, brother?
How you doing, Good Noodle? What's good, man?
I'm good. Just working a lot. I haven't been able to watch as much MMA. Fucking UK motherfucker had the fucking card on your time. Good for you, but I missed the entire thing because I was at work, bro.
Bro, I've got no sympathy.
Fuck you.
I've got no sympathy for you, bro.
Dude, no, it was actually so funny because I missed the Ulberg versus Jan fight. People say Jan got robbed. I'm gonna rewatch it. But dude, I literally opened up my phone, right? And I'm thinking, dude, I think Sean Brady's gonna win this, is what I'm thinking in my head. I open up the phone, it's a main event, round 4. Literally, he has his fucking head in the guillotine. And then I see him fucking get his hands together. I was like, oh my god, Leon's fucking done, bro. Like, that's what I opened my phone to. I literally opened in the finishing sequence. That was the fucking funniest thing I ever, because I went on break for like 5 minutes. Funniest shit I ever seen.
It was like the Bilal fight, but it was even worse. He got absolutely bullied.
Oh, dude, really? Oh,
worse.
fuck.
It was, he got dominated. It was horrible.
I got to see a couple of the fights that ended in finishes because there was some slow parts. I think I remember seeing Molly McCann get fucking subbed. That was unfortunate.
Not for me, man. I hate her. I hate her, but yeah.
Oh, Giuliano, the
Actually
link's in the
retired.
description, bro.
Yeah, the link's in the
Giuliano's
description.
DMing me on fucking Insta. He's like, dude, where's the link?
Yeah, it's in the description.
But yeah,
Yeah, so it was an all-right. I don't think it's a bad as card as card as everyone was saying.
no, I don't think it was terrible. I was able to watch some of the fights, but I think what was it? Loner Kavanaugh. That guy's actually pretty good. I actually like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he looked very technical. It was a tough opponent he was up against again. He was one of the ones I was more confident about. I picked him as well. I said that Padilla would win as well. It was a horrible fight, but so I
Split
got
decision, right?
split decision. Yeah, but it was they both did nothing. It was one of those ones where you couldn't give Jai Herbert that fight. There was no way in
Oh,
hell.
okay.
It was impossible. Hang on, I'm just gonna let Gilly in 1 sec.
Alright.
And then you two can go at it while I sit here twiddling my thumbs. I'm gonna pop him up in the corner here.
Okay, so in the waning moments of Italy losing to Germany in the fucking Nations League quarterfinal,
What, soccer?
yeah, soccer.
That's unfortunate.
It is, but I'm still gonna win my bet with brutally honest, and Italy's gonna go further in the UEFA Champions League. I have that to cling on to.
You mean further than the British teams?
Yeah, the two British teams that are left.
Yeah, that's gonna be easy enough to do.
You heard that right? Brutally, that's Frankie saying that, not me.
Well, Aston Villa aren't gonna beat PSG, and Arsenal have no chance against Real Madrid. Who are Inter playing?
Bayern.
They might.
It's tough all around.
I think I picked at the big when the draw was made. I said it was going to be a Real Madrid Inter final.
Yo, fuck Cheddarhead and JVD.
JVD will never stop this.
Yeah, JVD. Well, bro, dude, I'm fine with JVD. I don't know what his deal is, if he's still mad at me or something, whatever. But Cheddarhead's fucking. Cheddarhead just
let go of the JVD beef. It's not healthy to hang on to shit that long.
See you later, Nacho. Sorry,
yeah. But yo, all right. So look, there's a compelling argument to be made that Ulrich didn't win the third. I literally I just like speed ran through the third round because I remember the third round being really close. Like I didn't know who they were gonna give it to. I mean, I just don't know how you score. Like, I mean, it's a 10-8 system. Jan won the first round clearly.
Yeah, Jan won the first round clearly. Go on.
Does it really come down to the last round?
I mean, yeah, in a boring, annoying way, it does. Yeah, I would say so.
Well, in the current scoring, because I might just watch the third round right now on Fight Pass and let you know what I think.
Yeah, that's literally what I said.
Or whatever.
Yo, did anyone see One Fight Championship? It was fire this morning.
I didn't.
I didn't get a chance to catch it.
I only saw some of the highlights. How's it going, JVD?
Yo, what's up, cunt? Yo, you paying PDQ yet, Giuliano, or what?
Well, okay. So PDQ and I made a bet that I would place in third on UFC predictions tracker. Okay. Now I placed fourth. Now here's my argument. Here's true. I did lose. So I put this to PDQ. Does Lucrative James deserve first place for picking 8 of 13 fights and getting 6 of them correct? And therefore having a higher
he didn't
percentage.
Pick all of them?
No, he didn't pick all the fights. And the way UFC predictions
tracker that's fucking lame, bro. If you can't pick all the fights, stay the fuck out of the fucking. Nah, that's fucking lame.
I would say that that's some bullshit. And it's Lucrative James alone in first place for fucking for his his paywall scamming bullshit.
The bet, Giuliano.
I mean, the bet is a bet, but like
a bet is a bet.
You do gotta admit that is fucking bullshit. If you don't pick full cards, like if you don't pick early prelims to main event, you're fucking bro. That's
a bet is a bet. Although literally everyone that placed second, third, and fourth for the most part picked all 13 fights, and this motherfucker picked.
I went
8
for 13 on the
me
card.
Too.
So.
I mean, I'm not like it would be a different story. I would say, like, if there were like a blatant robbery and that fucked my accuracy ratio, I would, I I'd just be bitching and trying to get out of a bet. You know, but I mean, I put it to
Robbery
Peter
as
on
in,
tier.
like Martin Tybura versus Mick Parkin kind of robbery.
Yeah, that yeah.
was
I mean, I
unfortunate.
picked McParkin.
I picked
That was a robbery.
That was fucking unfortunate. I had a feeling Tybura was gonna win because this fucking fat motherfucker just somehow finds a way to fucking stay in like the top 10. Like every single time he's about to get booted out of the top 10, this fat fuck's like, all right, let me get a robbery or let me lock in for one fight. Beats Yonata Deniz. You fat fuck! Stop! I hate you, Tybura. I fucking hate this guy. Such a little fucking bitch. Every time, bro. Sorry, I'm fucking crashing out. I fucking hate Tybura with a passion.
Nah. Someone needs to tell me how Tybura won that third round there. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I don't get that.
Yeah, I think that was some fucking bullshit.
Dude. I didn't get to
that
watch
was
the
some
whole
bullshit.
fight, but
What
I watched
was the
half of
other?
it.
What do you guys think about Nathan Fletcher versus Colin Loughran?
Well, it was a clear win as well for Nathan Fletcher.
Yeah, I think so too. I do
was
too.
it split? That was split, right?
Yeah,
That was was that split?
it was a
I
split
think
decision.
it was.
Yeah.
Lochran got the split, I think.
Yeah, Lochran got the split.
Yeah, I thought that was yeah.
I think I picked Lochran, but I scored it for Fletcher.
Yeah, I mean, I had, but that's another one I had Fletcher. I got fucked, but I mean, not just me. I mean, yeah, I imagine Nathan Fletcher feels like shit about that.
Yeah.
Also,
been in the UFC since 2018. He's fucking shit.
Who is Loughran?
Nathaniel Wood, mate, can't finish a fight.
Yeah.
He looks sensational, man. Sherrier is very tough, but he just looked a step quicker.
He threw away that win. He threw away a very early win.
Yeah.
I mean, potentially, he could have swarmed him, but I don't think he's got that killer instinct, which has probably cost him more times than.
You're a fucking professional fighter, but yeah.
Some people don't have it in them.
I think there's a reason. Yeah, I think there's a reason he's unranked. I think that's the reason he's unranked.
I mean, I know I'm not a professional fighter, and I don't have very much training or anything. But in my opinion, like if I hurt somebody on the feet, and you can tell they're on jelly legs, I'm fucking rushing to finish that. I'm not gonna sit back and be like, oh, let me shoot for a takedown, or oh, let me fucking get back to my stance. No, I'm trying to finish the fight. Like, I don't know. I don't get why people like hurt somebody on the feet and then they think takedown or fucking give this dude time to recover. I don't get that. Finish the fight. 50K on top of that if it's a cool finish, fight of the night. I don't know.
You guys are saying that Wood should have finished, Charlie.
Dominated that fight though. I don't think we can shit on it. I think he was one of the bright spots in what was a very disappointing card in terms of not just who won and lost, but in how they lost. I think it was.
Well, I mean, that the main event was. I mean, I get that you guys are British, and you like, but I mean, Leon Edwards.
Who's bro? I went 2-0 on the card, mate. I'm Irish all day long, so I had a good night. In terms of
it was like it's like if you speed ran Izzy's decline, after losing to Strickland all the way to the first round. You skip the fucking Dreykus fight, go straight to the embarrassing finish by Amavov, and I mean that's Sean Brady just gives people these slow rhythmic beatings that end in submissions, like when he fought Gastelum.
Dude, how shit is Leon though? He got fucking. Dude,
he just had no fight IQ,
I think. How shit is Bilal? 48-47, crazy.
Yeah.
I said this at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, I think Bilal might be a JDM win away from being the best welterweight of this era.
Top got beat them.
My opinion, after watching the Brady versus Leon fight, I have no doubts that fucking JDM, had he not been booked against Bilal, would have absolutely killed him.
What?
What's up?
Musical's laptop?
Yeah, he's
he bought it.
Where's his
laptop? I was sick last week, dude. No, I have to. So I have to send him I have to send money on this other app that Musical's girlfriend found. I had to fucking clear that with my bank. It was a whole thing because Musical didn't fucking verify his identity with PayPal, and so basically, when I sent fucking $3,000 to him, it bounce the transaction out and put up a fraud alert. So
crypto.
I mean,
maybe.
Italy has scored again, by the way. It's currently 3-3.
Ooh.
oh, god damn it. Raspadori with a penalty kick. They need fucking one more goal to go to overtime. They're not going to get it. They're 4-3 on aggregate.
I thought I'd throw that in there. Sorry, carry on.
God damn it. Frankie, fucking piece of shit.
I took off your train of thought there. Sorry, carry on.
Whatever, as long as Inter wins UEFA. They don't even have to win UEFA. They just have to go further than Villa and fucking Arsenal.
They've got a better chance against Bayern than I really want Villa to. I want Villa to win the whole thing. That would make my day just for the whole like. I think that'd be hilarious. I like Emery as well.
I mean, you know, I wanted Mick Parkin to get what he deserved yesterday, but
life ain't fair.
Dude, it's just gonna be the same people for Arsenal. It's just gonna. I don't know.
You really thought Young got robbed? Like decisively so?
I'm adamant on that. Yeah, I don't go as far. No, I don't go as far as to say it's a robbery. I can see why the judges gave it to him, but leg kicking when you kick the leg, and JVD will agree with me on this as well. When you kick a leg and it gets checked, it should not be counted as a significant strike.
They were like toe strikes, bro.
First of all, they were shit kicks, and he was literally leg checking. Jan's got the best leg checking in the game, and he pretty much pretty much kick checked everything, and that added towards Ulberg's significant strikes. They must have been because he didn't land anything else.
Also, yeah, Ulberg. Just to bring this up, do you guys remember how shit he looked against Özdemir, dude? Özdemir's fucking dog shit. Like, fuck, dude.
Yo, look at brutally honest with this German flags, just like fucking race trading son of a bitch. So happy. Yeah, change it to a German flag, brutally.
Brutally made a very compelling argument during his live stream yesterday that Germany is
I bet he did.
So diluted by British sperm now that where they're basically English. That was his whole argument, which was is
that how it happened?
That was his by Brutaly's estimation. We British went over there and impregnated half their population.
You guys were taking fucking like air raids, 85 years ago, and now he's fucking like spamming German flags just because they're beating Italy, and he knows he's gonna lose a bet.
This isn't about Germany. This is about you. This is the MMA community versus Gilly at this point.
I mean, not really. It's fucking. I mean, I guess so. Yeah. I'm leaving. Yeah. What else? What other?
I'm assuming the game's over then. Yeah.
I mean, if Italy, they're on 9 minutes of added time. Raspadori got that penalty kick. If they score one more time, it goes to overtime. I mean, I'll be nothing could make me feel the kind of emotion. Exceeded the German population.
That was the highlight of my night, hearing brutally talk about that. That was a personal highlight for me.
I mean, it's just gonna suck that much more for brutally when Villa and Arsenal get killed.
How much do you think they're gonna? Do you think they're gonna?
Sorry.
How much is
the bet for? The English versus Italy bet. How much was it for in the Champions League?
Wait. I'm sorry. How much was it?
How much? What's that for?
I think brutally and I bet it's like $50. But if he loses, he's got. So I already won my bet with Bodak. That's why Bodak's got an Italian flag behind him. His profile picture.
Brutally has to change too.
Yeah, brutally has to change his name to Brutalmente Onesto and have a fucking Italian flag back there. His profile picture.
Could be worse.
Do you see them shoving Ulberg into a title shot after his win? I guess over.
No, I reckon. I mean, somebody mentioned him and
Yuri
earlier. I think that's a very strong possibility.
I still think you do Jan Blachowicz versus Yuri. I want to see that in like UFC Poland. Because like Ulberg, I know he's not coming off a win, but it's like Yuri still needs like for a Pereira trilogy, if you wanted a Pereira trilogy, if Pereira were to go back and beat Ankalaev in a rematch, he would need 2 more wins. So you can do him versus Jan and then him versus someone else.
Well, hold on, Frankie. You said before, Frankie, that you acknowledged that Jan was robbed against fucking against Pereira, and Pereira was fast tracked to a title shot after coming off a very
Yeah, but
questionable.
that's why I said. That's why I just said a minute ago that Ulberg, because he's got that win on his resume, he's just beat Jan Blachowicz. He's gonna be in. That's what disgusts me about the whole thing, because he's gonna be ranked third now, and he could very realistically be next in line because of the win streak that he's on as well. He's won 7 in a row. And obviously, Yuri's lost to Pereira twice. The only person he's lost to in like a decade. Because he's only coming off a 1-fight win streak. Ulbo could have just, and that's what disgusted me about the whole decision, because he's now going to leapfrog Yuri and others. A horrible performance against Volkan Ozdemir, and then arguably doing nothing to deserve winning that Yan fight. But now he's got Yan on his resume, and that's a big scalp to get. Because
Well, are you?
from now,
We say a horrible performance, but I mean that was a very high paced fight. I mean,
he was
against
a
Ozdemir.
42-year-old man.
But to be given the
He was
win,
fighting a 42-year-old man who's coming off 2 major shoulder surgeries. He did nothing in the fight apart from tap at his toes and got leg checked for the entire fight, and he gets rewarded for that. I think it's a disgrace, mate.
dude,
I mean, he
says
hasn't
he's
gotten a
resting. He
title
trains
shot
at
yet.
CKB, dude.
He's
It's-
ranked
it's,
third.
uh,
He shouldn't be ranked.
It is
that
better
high
for the sport. It is better for the sport, though. I suppose Ulberg winning.
I agree.
Yeah,
It
I
is
think
better for
David
the
D is
sport.
right. I think
Because
David
Because
is
dude,
right about
Jan's got
that.
like
It's
one more
it's gonna-
fight. Like
He's not going to beat Yuri, so it's going to leapfrog Yuri into a title shot with Magomed, and I see Yuri beating Magomed Ankalaev.
yeah, I agree.
I see Yuri being really
Yeah,
tricky.
I love
getting out of those
Yuri
tight
Prohaska.
positions.
Yuri
He's
Prohaska is one of my
tricky,
favorite.
wiry.
Yeah, no, Yuri's one of my favorite fighters, but I don't see anyone beating Ankalaev right now.
I don't think
what
Yuri
makes you
beats
guys say
Ankalaev.
this? Like, I'm sorry, but like, what makes
Yo,
you
yo,
think? Like, okay,
Noodle,
okay.
Noodle, you still owe me a 6-hour fucking vertical stream.
Yeah, and I will on fucking Tuesday. You know I will on Tuesday.
No one,
Sorry, go
dude, no one sees it for Ankalaev until he fights. After a while, it's like, you go back and watch
I
his
still
fights.
like it's a close fight with Pereira. It was close fight with Pereira, and then he had that. I think it was 29-28 against Rakic, and then congratulations,
Well,
you
yeah,
finished Johnny Walker.
All right, so hear me out about Rakic.
I could sneeze on Walker and he'd get knocked out. No offense, I love Walker, but Jesus, dude.
Well, yeah, but I mean, dude, Walker was systematically broken down by a few different fights. I mean, now people laugh at like, oh, he beat Johnny Walker. Everyone's beating Johnny, but like, I mean, the
To be fair,
Ankalaev one was
when he beat Walker, it was a good win. Like but
it's also
still,
the fact that like, I mean, and you want to talk about a fucking robbery? How about the draw between Ankalaev and Jan that resulted in neither one of them getting a title shot afterwards?
That wasn't a robbery. That wasn't a robbery.
that was a robbery. That
was
Bro, yeah, he had 11 and a
clear
half
Ankalaev
fucking
win.
He controlled him for 11 and a half minutes, bro. Come on, dude.
That was a draw.
Like,
It really comes down to, I think it was what round was it that it came down to? And because I rewatched the round earlier.
I think
like,
it was
last
round
month.
3.
I'd watched it recently. Like, yeah, I think it was round 3. Dude, I don't see how you give that fight a draw, dude. I really don't.
I had watching it live. I had it as a draw, so I was like,
really,
yeah, I did, I
All
did,
right.
and
That's fair.
I don't even dislike. I disliked Ankalaev after the fight because of the way he was crying. But I didn't have any skin in the game. I had no bet on. I don't really care. I didn't dislike.
I fucking
either
hate
fighter.
Ankalaev, and I thought he won that fight. I really don't like Ankalaev. I really don't.
you do realize that Ankalaev's first title defense is going to be a rematch with Pereira, right?
Yeah, I know. I don't like Ankalaev. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't like. I'm glad he won because he's gonna be making a lot of fucking money now, and that's good for him. And I'm still not mad about. I'm not fully mad at the Pereira win or him winning against Pereira, because now Jones has nowhere to run. So Jones, I think, is gonna retire. I don't think he's fighting Tom. I think he's gonna retire. He could have maybe wormed his way out of it.
Do you want to join my bet? Do you want to join Frankie in his bet against me?
I don't know, man. Maybe.
I say Jones versus Aspinall happens this November in Madison Square Garden, and I'll tack on that it goes over 2.5 rounds.
Really? Okay, what am I putting up? What am I putting up?
Goes
I don't
over
know.
2.5.
Another
You're
6-hour
fucking
stream?
Crazy. I'll fucking jump in on that.
I don't think
JVC,
it's happening.
Hold on, Frankie. So Frankie sees one thing the same way as me, which is wait, JVG, do you think are you a person that thinks Aspinall just trucks through Jones first round knockout?
Come on, let's just be serious for like 1 second. Jones isn't
Dude,
doing
Stipe was landing on Jones. Come on.
in it.
All right.
Dude, bro, in the second round against fucking Stipe, he was getting landed on clean, bro. Like, you think Aspinall is... Oh, come on, bro. Aspinall's fucking doing him dirty. He's doing him like he did fucking Izzy did Costa.
Oh, worse.
Is it possible that John Jones, right, as well as Ankalaev against Rakic, right, when he knows that somebody is not going to beat them, right, when both of them do, right, they'll allow a fight to drag on, not put in 100%. Is that a possibility?
The
What do
100%
you
coach
mean?
doesn't work though.
Yo, fuck off, Chrissy. You know I clean up nice. Say that again,
I don't-
JVD.
He doesn't go 100% cope. We've been hearing it for years. It doesn't work. People were using that against the Reyes fight. It's
Well,
ridiculous.
no, the Reyes fight was a robbery. That's definite. I would bring up OSP. I would bring up Anthony Smith. At light heavyweight when Jones fought them. I mean,
Dude, I
he's
was talking
finishing
to-
Gustafson. He's finishing DC.
Thiago
on
Santos was
PEDs.
fucking
On
embarrassing as
PEDs.
well.
He was on PEDs
Yeah,
when he
sure.
fought Gustafson.
The second time, yeah, he probably was. I mean, look,
No,
all I'm saying
they
is that
literally moved the event because in Nevada, where it was originally supposed to take place, they said, yeah, no, this dude has too much shit in his system, and so they moved it to California, where the athletic commission was less strict. He was literally on PEDs.
yeah. No, look, all that being what it is, I'm not saying that John Jones beats Aspinall, but what I am saying is that it's gonna be Aspinall's hardest fight, and if you think Jones is free eats for Aspinall, it's just not gonna be as easy as people think.
I honestly
Maybe
think
not,
I
but
honestly think Arlovsky's going to be a harder fight than John Jones.
Well,
Yeah,
Arlovsky was a harder fight than fucking Pavlovich. If you're going by how long it took.
dude, how good is Arlovsky, dog?
Well, but Arlovsky. Oh, wasn't Arlovsky in that dirty boxing shit yesterday? Didn't he? He was in the co-main, right?
Yeah.
Did he win?
Fuck knows.
Yeah, I don't know. No Joe was streaming that, but anyway, fucking, no, Arlovsky took Aspinall to a second round. Like, no one's done that in fucking years. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, okay, actually, I do know. Jones's distance management is what's gonna make it hard for Aspinall to necessarily penetrate.
Whoa, Jones
Yeah.
and penetrating? Calm down. Chill.
To Aspinall, you fucking.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you got some pretty blue eyes, Nilo.
Yo, that's fucking gay, bro. That is gay.
The thing is, Aspinall's just going to blitz in. It's just going to work because it just does with Aspinall.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think John Jones is special at all. I think we're being groomed into believing that.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to defend Jones, but I mean, in that, I mean, I do think I don't think Jones just retires without Tate. I mean, it's all okay. So
No, it's not going to be that, Gilly. We know what he's going to do. He's going to accept the fight.
Dominic Cruz.
No.
And he's going to get a training injury and then retire.
Frankie, he doesn't get the money if he does that, and the dude
No,
money runs
He
through his
doesn't need
fingers.
money,
No,
bro. He made
he
so
gets
much.
to
He's made
walk
so
away.
much. He
No,
doesn't need the fucking money.
Noodle.
Gets
If
to
you know
walk
anything
away.
about John Jones, you know that John Jones likes hookers of questionable sexuality and sex, but and he money runs through his fingers, dude.
I
Like
think
he
cares about
does
that.
need the
He
money.
cares about legacy more. I think he cares.
I mean,
about
you know, you could say that he cares about both things, bro. And I'd like to think that this is like, but he doesn't have the integrity to care about legacy. If he cared about legacy, he wouldn't retire on a fucking injury, bro. Like his legacy, it's so much
I
worse for
think
his
he'll say
legacy.
it's one I can't come back from. I really wanted this fight. It'll be all that. Like he
Bro,
doesn't want to go down.
Frankie, there's no way that his legacy does not suffer more by not taking the fight. And win or lose that fight, he could retire and go, like, let's say he loses to Aspinall, right? And he goes, you know what? Someone finally beat me. I did what I did for the sport. I'm out. Like everybody fight,
I don't
and
think you know
and
the
then
personality of this guy. I don't think
and then
you
he
know.
does a mic drop and he's like, yo, everyone that's been a fan of mine, I've been gay as fuck the whole time. And then just fucking
Yeah, he definitely doesn't fucking do that. That's
he's
definitely that's not happening. I'm sorry.
puts his arm around Bruce Buffer and fucking the two of them walk into the sunset.
Just starts fucking him in Gage.
Got a point,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but really though, it's like like no matter how you look at it, dude, his legacy, there's like nothing worse for his legacy but not taking that fight.
I didn't give a fuck about legacy, bro.
I disagree.
If he cared about legacy, he wouldn't have fucking taken PEDs and fucking made a mockery of the sport.
Think
yeah, and also, yeah, he's also enough of a.
He's a sociopath. Do you not understand that?
No, I do, Frankie. I do, and I'm talking to you about the psychology of a sociopath.
I was talking to Noodle on that one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, Noodle. At that time, his legacy was. I mean, he's concerned about his legacy in terms of being undefeated. Like, I mean, that's now his legacy is about more than just now his legacy really literally hinges on does he fight Aspinall or not. Like for the rest of it, he's not gonna take Frankie, if you're right, and he gives a fuck about his legacy, right? He's going to fight Aspinall for the simple reason that any publicist or anyone he has around him is going to tell him, look, if you don't take this fight for the rest of your life, people are going to fight. There's going to be a fucking asterisk.
No, but it depends on how he doesn't take it though, because this is basically the ultimate legacy risk for him. It's either going to be undisputed GOAT or like, was he ever that good? That's what it's going to come down to. And like,
if you know anything about MMA, you know Jones was never that good.
Jones, no. Here's the thing. That's not John Jones. No, the thing is, I'm not having that yet. I'm not.
It's way more complicated than that. You can't say Jones is never that good, dude. Leo, the fucking Lyoto Machida fight.
Okay, yeah. Whenever he fought somebody his size, his size or near his age, he got his ass fucking handed to him. First Gustafsson fight, he had to take PEDs to beat Gustafsson the second time. Look at the Reyes fight. Look at Thiago Santos fight. Anytime any of his opponents were similar in age, similar in size and frame, and any of that shit, they gave him problems. I don't want to hear shit about Cyril Gahn. Cyril Gahn took a dive, and we know it.
You're framing
this. Cyril Gahn didn't take a dive, bro. This isn't boxing.
Did.
This isn't boxing.
It's not boxing? Why do we have 2 belts at heavyweight then?
Hey, son of boy.
He's got a point there. No, but I'm
saying... I mean, that... Okay. I mean, I can answer that. Why do we have 2 belts at heavyweight? I mean, I don't think that they should have made the Pavlovich Aspinall fight for an interim belt, but
I think they should have. Dude was injured. Why do interim titles get made? They get made because the champion's injured.
No, usually they get made because the champion, like when Yair had a fucking interim belt, Volkanovski went up to fight.
Most times there's an interim belt. Like I believe Renan Barão is because Dominic Cruz was injured. It's because the champion's injured. If the champion can't make it to a fight and they don't want to strip him, they make an interim belt. And usually you shouldn't have to fucking defend your interim belt. I believe this is the second time in UFC history somebody's had to defend the interim belt. I believe Renan Barão also had to defend his interim belt. I think
defending the interim belt is some bullshit, but you have to give it to I mean, the thing about Aspinall is this, right? And I have a lot of respect for Aspinall because, I think Aspinall's whole mentality about this has always been like, Like,
He doesn't give a fuck about the John Jones fight. He just wants an undisputed title shot, you know?
Yeah. And also but he's also just got a mentality of like, you know what? Like, I'm this good. I'm gonna keep winning and winning and winning. And fucking, and shit will let the chips fall where they may. And then enough resistance and bullshit from Jones, and now finally speaks out.
Frankie.
Yeah, say again.
If you believe what you just typed in chat, then wouldn't you say that?
Oh, I was trying to. The reason why the John Jones thing is ridiculous to me is because we have to remember the longevity this guy's had. He's essentially gone through like pretty much 3 generations of fighters coming and going. Also, his defense in the cage and his ring and his cage IQ is one of the best we've ever seen. The way that he fights is sensational. I know the thing is, if you take the
way he fights is sensational. I'm sorry, Anthony Smith to a decision is crazy.
Again,
but that's a fight he didn't fucking care about, Noodle.
Oh my god, he didn't care. No, dude, stop.
No, dude, Noodle. He fought, and the same with Vince St. Preux. I mean, it's the same. You could say the same thing about you're gonna tell me that Ankalaev couldn't have finished Rakic, like. It's sometimes people don't want to take it out of themselves if they know they're gonna win.
No. Wait. Something. Super Shotty just said that he had longevity because he turned champion at 23. Not only that, half of his career was spent in suspensions, so he only had longevity because he wasn't fighting.
Which is a fair point as well. I get that. No, but think
about
that's
somewhat fair, but at the same time, it's like, how did he? Because I mean, you got to, you act like he was gifted the championship at 23. I mean,
he's not. He wasn't gifted the championship at 23, but I would say all of his legacy is gifted to him because, and hear me out on this. TJ Dillashaw test positive for fucking PEDs to this day in his Instagram comments. Everybody's fucking commenting needle emojis and everything. John Jones has a record 4 failed PED tests. Nobody says shit.
No, you're right about his legacy.
People do.
Tarnished. There's a big difference between his legacy being gifted to him and people going on like he wasn't that good a fighter. I think there's a very big distinction between the two, and I think that's where the separation is here.
Yeah, I think John Jones has done a lot of questionable shit.
John Jones.
Well, not even questionable. He's a fucking cheater, and he has lost decisions.
And
true. In terms of like,
all right, yeah. Let me stop doing PR for John Jones. Yes, John Jones has cheated successively. Okay, and
who makes more money? Who makes more money, Dana White or John Jones's PR team?
I mean, honestly, Dana White, but I mean, I get your point.
I don't know, dude.
Like, bro, but no. So like, this is what it is, right? It's on Aspinall's end, right? Because I was talking about defending the interim belt. I mean, he had a loss to Curtis Blades, which was bullshit. Okay, he wanted that back. I mean, if he's got to defend the interim belt, to do it, like, I mean, I see him, being like, all right, let me plug this fucking hole in my record and take this dude out in fucking, in a minute. And he did. Like, I mean, that, and you could argue that having to defend the interim belt is ridiculous, but Aspinall wanted that fight,
But if he didn't take that fight, then you'd be out for 2 years.
If Aspinall didn't fight?
Yeah, if Aspinall didn't take the fight, mate, he would be out for 2 years.
He'd still be waiting, he'd still be fucking waiting.
He's been out for a year now.
All because John Jones doesn't want to fight him. He's held the interim title for 500 days.
But I feel like we're having a different argument here. We know Jones is a scumbag. We know he's a cheater. We know he's a liar. But
I want to talk about that.
Fighter is mental. In my opinion.
I think Jones only looked as good as he did because, listen, I'm looking at old John Jones fights, and what I'm seeing is I'm not seeing that intelligence. I'm just seeing him be able to push littler people around.
JVD,
exactly.
JVD, look at
every one of his older generation fights. They're all
middleweights.
Older.
I mean,
they're all middleweights.
They're not fucking middleweights. Lyoto Machida is not a fucking middleweight.
He fought middleweight. What do you mean?
He fought a middleweight.
He literally fought a middleweight against Chael Sonnen. What do you mean, bro?
Chael Sonnen.
Rampage. Okay, but Jesus Christ, Rampage Jackson.
Middleweight sized dude.
Literally middleweight champion.
Literally the frame of a middleweight. No disrespect to Rampage because he's fucking cool, but
Jones did fight everyone that was there though. He fought that everyone. He fought.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
If we're gonna have asterisks
okay.
on other people's resume,
Alright,
we gotta apply it to Jones
also,
too.
you have to point out, that the lower weight classes tend to be generally more skilled. So you can make an argument.
Oh no,
skill
middleweights have
set-wise.
always been shit. We know
But
this.
they better skill wise than
That's
light
not true.
heavyweights.
It's not true the middleweights of it's not true the
And it's
middleweights
not
have
always been shit.
Yes,
The era when
Middleweights have always been shit, dude.
That's not true. That's not true.
That
Fucking
is true.
bro, Anderson Silva was not shit.
Oh, you're
bro.
fucking funny, bro. You're hilarious.
We did have some good middleweight eras. Same.
Wait, hold on. Noodle.
It used to be the
Anderson
marquee
Silva. You're talking about Anderson Silva in his day was always shit.
I'm not saying Anderson Silva was shit, but I'm saying the people he defended the belt against, a lot of them were
bro,
pretty
that's
shit.
That's incorrect. That's incorrect.
Plumbers.
That's not true, bro.
That's incorrect.
Really?
Yeah.
So you say all of his defenses, every single one of his defenses were against elite.
Nobody.
No, you can't. Not every one of his defenses, bro. But like, Jesus fuck, dude. Like you're way too reductive with this shit.
Let me look at the all-time wins of Anderson Silva. All right,
Bro,
ready?
He beat Rich Franklin,
Patrick Cote.
Monster. No, he beat Rich Franklin, Monster. Dan Henderson, Monster.
Dan Henderson,
Damian Maya. That's such a good. Chael Sonnen.
Okay, hold up.
Maya was in his prime at that point. Again, you can't.
This is You don't understand. It's like beating Dan Henderson then is like beating Jan Blachowicz now, and actually really beating him though, not fucking burying him.
Skilled as a Jan Blachowicz now though.
Shitting on Silva's career is mad now, bro. I don't know what. There was a good.
Frankie, these kids don't know shit, right?
I think your average middleweight in the top 10 today would fucking absolutely fuck up Silva beyond belief. Like literally fucking destroy him.
Wow.
Your average middleweight. Let's look at the rankings right now. Okay, we got top 15 at middleweight. Hear me out.
I want it. Wait, let him dig. Let him dig. Let's do this. Go on.
Dricus would ragdoll him. You say everybody's gonna bring up the fucking the two fucking times that Dricus blitzed in and then Anderson Silva. There's that fucking
mad shit against Silva. He's gonna.
No, I'm saying he wouldn't strike with him. He would fucking ragdoll him. He would take him down.
Dricus is an arguable.
You know who would have a shot against prime Anderson Silva, like a really decent shot would be Hamzat. Hamzat would.
Yeah, and Dricus too.
And
Dricus would probably fuck him up.
No, but you've said top 10, so go ahead. Let's hear what he.
Okay, we got more. Amavov. I would pick Amavov to fuck him up and make him look stupid. No, he would fuck him up and make him look stupid. He would take him down and fucking submit him.
Prime Anderson Silva kills Amavov.
No, the fuck he does not, bro. No, the fuck he. I would pick Strickland. I'd pick Hamzat. Izzy already beat him. I'd pick Whitaker. I'd pick Baralio. I'd pick Cannonier.
Oh man, I can't do this.
Izzy beat him by decision in his decline, bro. Take it easy.
Okay.
Sorry, keep going. You said you threw Whitaker in there as well. That's fucking.
Yeah, I love him, dude. Matua, you're 47. Stop acting like.
Hey, chill out. That's my black uncle. That's my black uncle. Leave him alone. And you're black. That's crazy.
Noodle.
Leave my black uncle alone.
Catch Matua spamming German flag, DMing me German flags, huh?
Yeah, good. Frankie.
Yeah.
Is it really that egregious to say that this newer generation may be a bit better than 2 generations ago?
No. Yeah.
That I don't disagree with.
Again, because of conditioning and all the stuff that it's a completely different game now.
Listen here too as well. We are talking the top 5 of the middleweight division beating a champion from 2 generations ago. We're not talking about, you're
right. But what
I'm not saying like some schmuck outside the rankings would beat Silva, but I'm saying like the top 5 of the middleweight division right now would probably fuck him up. Like you're telling me Amavov wouldn't shoot on him?
You've never.
Hold on. All right. To JVD's point, I am.
Was able to ragdoll him for 5 rounds.
No. What JVD is saying is, if you picked up a fighter now and you dropped him where Anderson Silva was, right? I see that argument. But what I'm saying is, if you took Anderson Silva in his prime now and he had the same access to nutrition, and
Yeah, yeah.
Anderson Silva washes on skill for skill. Anderson Silva washes in his prime pretty much. He's the greatest middleweight ever.
Pretty much anyone, but maybe Hamza. But I'll say this though, to JVD's point, I think that now you have at every weight class. Like, I mean, dude, Merab got his hardest title defense out of the way, first. Like, who's coming for Merab at bantamweight, and who historically in the division would come for Merab? Like, Dominic Cruz in his prime beats Merab? Fuck no. Like, probably not even fucking. I mean, no, definitely not Henry Cejudo. Definitely not. You know what I mean? Like, I would say that.
Yeah, I don't really know what you're putting.
I would say that now
beat everyone beforehand, right? So
yeah, he did. He
beat
everyone on his way up, so you can make that argument for sure. Yeah,
I don't know. My point, I still think my point.
I mean,
stands with Silva.
Figueiredo
I think
doesn't
Imavov
really
would
have
take
a
him
shot.
down.
that's a crazy take. That's the craziest.
You
take
think
you've ever had.
Imavov wouldn't take him down?
Dude, Imavov
would
would be destroyed, bro. He'd be destroyed.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
He'd be
No,
flying.
I'm being serious. Like, I'm not even trying to rage bait. Like, I'm being dead ass. Like, I think dude, he got ragdolled by Chael Sonnen. You think Imavov's not gonna be able to take him down?
Bro, dude, Strickland beat Imavov
In a close fight.
I don't want to hit this. This is ridiculous.
I still pick Strickland against.
You don't. So you think Imavov doesn't have a chance? You think he just fucking? You think he just walks through Imavov like?
Do you think Sean Strickland would be Anderson Silva?
I don't know about Strickland, but
because he kind of
or Whittaker,
really good
or Whittaker. Do you think Whittaker would be?
Okay, I might have gone a little far when I said Whittaker. I think Silva would probably fuck up Whittaker.
Because like we're talking about the top 5, right? So
yeah,
he said top 10. I should have clarified that.
Oh,
top 10.
Yeah, Noodle, you're insane, bro.
Okay, so you think I'll say I think Imavov, Strickland, Hamzat. I think the Izzy, ironically, the Izzy that showed up against Imavov and Dricus, I think would do well against Silva. I think Baralho would mix in the grappling. I think Fluffy would mix in the grappling. I think Delizzi would mix in the grappling. I think
Delizzi would be fucked. Anthony Hernandez is an interesting case. He made that would be. Like
I would say Silva would probably target the body on Hernandez. Like if he did tape study and watched the Michelle Pereira fight, he would be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna fucking kick this dude in the body and it's gonna be over." Because dude, Fluffy is weak to the body. Look at a lot of times he gets hurt and a lot of times he gets finished like by Kevin Holland, all to the body.
Bro, you know who's weak? You know who has a weakness to the body is Dricus, bro. And see Hamzat fucking come for that. Yeah, he keeps his guard up.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Dricus is gonna fucking slip on some ice in the cage and accidentally rolling thunder Hamzat. I want you to be okay with that, and I want you to go to bed thinking about that.
And he will do that.
He will literally rolling thunder Hamzat on accident.
You guys think Dricus beats Hamzat?
He's gonna wind up an uppercut and go whoops, and then fucking chin Hamzat, and you're gonna have to go to bed thinking about that every night for the rest of your life.
Bro, good Noodle. 7 hours. 7 hour vertical stream. 7 hour vertical stream.
He deserves to do an entire week vertical stream for this fucking horrendous.
Dude, DDP would literally twist his ankle and on the way down, fucking somehow.
Good Noodle. I will have you monetized by way of losing bets to me through vertical streaming.
Fair enough. Oh man.
Fucking no, seriously, like, dude, there's no. I mean, I'm sorry, there's no way Dricus beat Hamzat, but I mean,
how did he beat Izzy and Strickland twice?
Twice.
How did he beat? He beat.
He
Strickland
didn't beat
twice.
Strickland the first. Okay, he lost the first time. That was a robbery.
No,
all right, I'll let you have that.
Yeah, let me have that. How did he beat Strickland the second time?
How did he beat Whittaker? Everybody said no. This guy's not beating Whittaker. How did he beat? How did he fucking knock out Whittaker?
I had him against Whittaker.
Fucking
I had him against Whittaker,
bro. Look at this, bro. Watch him fight, bro. Oh my god.
I think I mean, no one's ever really. I mean, okay, post sinus surgery, Dricus, by the way. because his cardio used to be a problem. You know,
Dude,
now he's not.
That's in the past. That past doesn't matter.
No, it is. It is in the past. I'm saying no one. He's never fought anyone as strong as him who could grab him with the same force that he could grab them with. I mean, he comes up against Hamzat. It's gonna be. I mean,
I still think though, if
he's literally gonna whoopsie daisy his way to a win.
It comes down to can Hamzat finish Dricus pretty quickly. I think that's what it's gonna come down to.
well, I mean, you're
steamrolls him.
and I know why you're saying that. You're saying that because you know
half minutes, Hamzat is fucked in that fight. Dricus.
I mean, you're saying that because of a supposed cardio problem on Hamzat's end, right?
It's not supposed, bro. It's
Don't
there.
fucking
it's
say supposed. It's fucking there. It literally is right there.
Bro, that's a mad thing.
Watch the later rounds versus Burns. Watch the later rounds versus fucking Usman. Every time, bro.
Dude,
did you even watch the fight? Like what?
Yo, good noodle. Does Ilya know that you have your fucking legs spread between him and DDP? Or
yeah, you're real funny. The more you say it, the funnier it gets, brother.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Taperia.
All right, bro. I'm gonna be laughing so hard when your fucking Pookie Bear Hamzat Chimaev gets fucking ragdolled.
Like Taporia, he's the GOAT as well. Like what?
Well, I mean, no. Hold on, JVD. If that were true,
he just doesn't like that I have.
Okay, let me ask JVD a question. If that were true, right, and Ilya Taperia is the featherweight GOAT, right? He's had 2 title defenses, very respectable, right? Or I'm sorry, no, one.
Wait.
He's had 1 title
defense. Taporia is a Dustin Poirier. Wait. Ilya Taporia is a Dustin Poirier and Islam Makhachev win away from being the GOAT of the sport, mate.
I agree.
Why not, if you're Ilya Taporia, why not, instead of vacating the belt, why not do what Volkanovski did and go up, like, why not defend it against Diego Lopez, defend it against Volkanovski with a full training camp, you know, give Volkanovski a day in court, defend it against Movsar, which is the real...
You want to know why? Because Islam is running to welterweight. He's not running from anyone. I want to make that clear. He's not trying to duck anybody, but Ilya is trying to capitalize and get that fight while he can, because that's a sick win to have on your resume.
Islam's not going to welterweight. Islam's not going to welterweight.
No, listen to me. If he fights for a vacant belt, if Islam were to move up, right, which is what Islam's saying, he wants to move up. If he were to fight for a vacant belt, that is not nearly as much legacy as beating Islam. Beating Islam is a fucking sick win, legacy-wise. That can put you in GOAT conversation.
Okay, so don't forget, right? Don't forget that the way that the second Volkanovski fight happened, where Islam just took him out in the first round, that happened because it was supposed to be a rematch with Oliveira, and Oliveira got injured. So there's still that rematch, you know? You have people coming, like, cruising up the fucking division, like people like Yoel Alvarez, you know, and Islam's just broke the record for title defenses at lightweight. I don't think he's going anywhere from, you know.
He keeps talking about how he wants to go up to welterweight, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, people talk, bro, but like so far Ilya is the only one to fucking actually, and I mean to vacate that belt, it's like
fuck, Frankie.
What?
JDM does beat Bilal. JDM would fucking style on Bilal.
No, Bilal's gonna.
I'm going Bilal as well.
Yeah, I think Bilal wins.
JDM's gonna fucking hang, knock his ass out.
It's gonna be a rough. I mean,
JDM's a beast, but yeah. I mean, either way,
yeah. When JDM loses, I'm gonna be fucking crying and curled up in a ball on my bed.
No, you're not. Well, as long as you're vertical streaming that shit.
No, well, we didn't make a bet on that.
Not yet. I mean,
not yet.
How do you keep track of all these bets, man? It must be.
We just fucking talk about it.
He doesn't. He worms out of them.
Yeah, JBD, what belt? Okay.
Ask PDQ.
He did pay me.
Dude, I'm waiting for PDQ to show up, dude. I'm not. I just explained that. If PDQ is a lucrative James fan and he's about a dude picking 8 fights out of 13 and snatching first place on predictions tracker, then okay. Then all he has to do is say that.
To Giuliano's credit, he did pay me.
On
when
that front, yeah,
PDP beat Strickland.
that should have been stated before the bet was made, because that does sound a little, because it's percentage wise right on prediction tracker. Is that
It
what
is, but I mean, it is, but at the same time, like, for fuck's sake, though. Like, I
No,
mean,
but
look,
is that how it works? Is that how
okay, yeah,
prediction
okay,
tracking works?
fair.
So it's percentage.
PDQ can.
The
I'll
more
double or
you bet on,
nothing.
the more likely you are to lose some. That's
I'll
just a
okay.
fact.
So I'm not gonna say on like bet is stated, right? You're right. That should have been stated first. But so I'll put it to PDQ, double or nothing next week.
And you have to bet on all the fights.
Yeah, I always bet on it. That's the thing, is I always
No,
pick
I'm
all
not.
of
No, I'm kind of saying I get where you're coming from. If it's a percentage game,
Yeah,
if it was a case of you're getting the right amount of picks, that's a different thing. But if it's percentage,
because bro,
that becomes
if I had so here's what Lucrative James did, right? Lucrative James, first of all, is a fucking bottom feeding sociopath who, like, who has a
I have no idea who
paywall.
he is, so I don't know. I can't comment on that. But go on.
Oh, you please, you'll dude, ask Musical, dude. Musical did a whole video on this fucking piece of shit. Like, bang, that guy,
I have no idea
bang,
who the
coming
fuck
at
that
you with
is.
fireworks to the octagon.
I have no idea who
I
the fuck
just-
that is. I'll be honest. So not even.
He's
trying to be a dick. I don't know.
bro, he's a complete piece of shit, dude. I have a friend from Liverpool whose fucking sister. He has a sister. Sister's fiance went bankrupt because of for real. Like, and started beating her because
People like that shouldn't be fucking betting.
that's
If you-
true.
If you're
That's
fucking
true,
gonna go
but
bankrupt from betting, you should not be fucking betting. Holy
oh,
shit.
of course. I don't think people should be gambling at all. But Lucrative James, fucking, I mean, that doesn't make Lucrative James like a, just like a necessary evil or some bullshit. Like, but the bottom line though is that I mean, the bottom line of this fucking stupid ass bet is that yeah, Lucrative, like it's like I refuse to say that it's like it's like me and everybody else that tied for fucking fourth place and third place and second place behind a dude who picked 8. If I picked 8 out of 13 fights, okay, I would have left off all the fights that I wasn't 100% on, and I would have had 100%. Be that easy, Lucrative. Bang, you're fucking.
I
Like,
only
you're
picked the main event, therefore I have a better pick rate than everybody because I picked fucking Brady.
Yeah, exactly. So the way the predictions tracker works, right, is you email him your picks, right? He emails you, and then you email him your picks, right? You can pick. So on this last card, you could have picked 7, like a minimum of 7 fights, and you'd still be placed, right? So if I and Lucrative James went 6 out of the 8 that he took.
You know what though? Actually, I'm actually going to defend the fucking devil here, because at the end of the day, it's called predictions tracker, and it's just predicting the rate of. I still want to know who's the most accurate. I don't care how much they pick.
That's
But JVD, hold on a second. So like we had a couple of fights, right?
So listen here as well. So think silk pajamas, right? Like we have this score. We can only bet on so many fights every week.
Well, I don't, bro, but like let me ask you this.
Well, Frankie, he'll get. Well,
No,
Frankie
I
does, so
know.
he'll get this, so
No, I get where you're coming from, but I think
You want to know?
yeah. So it's
Go
like
ahead.
you want to know
No, go ahead.
just
Let JVD make his point. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, JVD.
I sort of understand just wanting to know who's the best, no matter how many they pick. Even if they do just only pick the main event, but always get it right, I still want to know that.
Yeah,
Right.
'cause that can
Okay,
help
so
you, like, with betting
okay, and
shit.
so what Betty's saying is if you're using prediction tracker as the metric, then you can't argue the metric is wrong. Okay, so my response to that is this. Okay, so predictions tracker, right, will show right away. It'll show how many fights somebody picked, and then on that, like the fraction of like it's like, okay, this person comes in second of 13 fights that they picked, they got this many right, but and that's for a percentage of this. So if you really want to know who the most accurate is, JVD, right? Like, you're not, somebody like the information is there because you're gonna go with the person who picked all 13 fights and had the most accurate out of those 13, not a person who selectively picked 8 fights. Okay, and you don't know which 8 fights he picked unless you're
But if
watching.
they've selectively picked 8 fights and they've done very well, that is significant knowledge.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you can
yeah, but
if you can accurately pick like
if you're gonna bet on somebody, yeah, if you're gonna follow somebody's picks, you're obviously gonna want to pick the person who's more percentage-wise accurate. I think the issue was here. See, because Giddy, you lost the bet really because you didn't finish 4th.
no, yeah. I'm not. Okay,
I will
I'm not
say
saying
the
that.
mistake you made was not clarifying
Sure,
what the
sure.
terms were before, and that's the lesson to be learned from this, really.
No, yeah, dude, it's fine.
It's a sneaky one, but he technically, do you know what I'm saying?
No, yes, I'm not about to, dude. Listen, dude. Like, as a fucking professional gambler, I'm not about to stand here and be like, yo, I didn't lose that bet. What I am saying is, like, you know, I'm gonna throw a double or nothing out there for the reasons that I've just said. But I will also say that, like, you're not learning who the most accurate person is, you know, based on, you know, 8 selective picks. If I were to do that, you know what? I mean, I can tell you right now which fights I would have left off. Watch me. Okay, so next week, right? The Mexican card.
They are, though, right?
If I were to leave off, like, if I were to leave off even 4 fights from next week, no, I know Frankie's right, Betty. I'm not arguing with Frankie.
I just did it for myself. Go ahead.
Yo, no, but really, if I leave off like 3 or 4 fights even from next Saturday's card that I'm not sure of,
Keep
like,
going.
you want to see me go 100%?
I would have gone.
I've been doing picks for like 3 years. I've never.
I would have fucking.
I've gone close.
If I left out one fight,
I've swept cards, bro.
If I left out one fight, you gave me an option to leave out one fight from UFC 300, I would have swept the fucking card. I would have literally got 100% on the card because some cards are just easier to pick than other cards, but like
on paper
the fight was fucking Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. I thought Jim Miller was gonna fucking beat Bobby Green. That's the only fight I got wrong. Like,
you know what? You wanna know the fights I would have left off this card?
Go ahead.
I would have left off.
Oh.
Versus Tybura. I would have. To be honest, I probably would have left off Padilla versus Jai Herbert, and I would have left off Nathaniel Wood.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I would have left off Esteban Ribovic.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
UFC 6.
I mean,
I would have swept that.
Yeah, that's another one where
I was so close to sweeping that entire, bro.
And I came in first place on that card at 8 out of 10 because because I picked Hyder Emil and no one fucking thought for Hyder Emil. But I mean, the bottom line is, like, if you're selectively leaving, picks off, it's just, I mean, and I understand it's like some people send in their predictions early and then shit changes last minute. That's a different story. Like, things can change. You could be short like 1 or 2 fights because you send in your shit early. But I mean, Lucrative James is like, he basically went with like,
it was a sneaky one, but he did it within the rules of the thing, and that's where you fucked up. It was a sneaky one. It's not like, but he played the rules as they're there.
Played the game pretty well.
He played the game. Like, he outsmarted you in that regard of being like, well, I'm just going to pick the ones that I'm sure about. Because the thing is, it could have gone in the opposing favor as well. You could have benefited from having picked more.
And by the way, hold on. By the way, Lucrative James does that same fucking, like, that same, like sneaky fucking cheese dick shit every week and never fucking places. Like, every once in a while, he'll place in the top, like, 5, off of that. But, like, I mean, he can't even fucking, a lot of the time he's in the bottom, like, whatever, and being selective because the dude just dartboards the shit.
That's my point. Sometimes it can pay off. And on this night where it turned out that a lot of
what I'm saying is, if I did that, right, I would consistently place first, second, or third. It's more important to me to have, like,
No, it depends on the card. It does depend on the card because, like I said, sometimes things don't go the way the majority of people think they did. And last night was one of those nights where bad decisions or whatever, whatever you want to put it down to, it was generally not an amazing. I don't know anyone who swept hard or you know only got two wrong or whatever. It was one of those cards where it was just pick the guy who.
Yeah, I think on added for those of us with integrity who picked all 13 fights, I think the best anyone did was 9 for 13. Maybe taxi. I'm sorry, maybe 10.
Yeah, and that's the thing about all I can say about this sport is like
How much did he wait? How many fights did he pick again? I'm sorry.
8.
James, yeah, he
only
picked
8?
fucking 8.
Yeah, if I would have picked only 8, I would have gotten a fucking 100% prediction rate.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would have to.
Fucking little fucking what the fuck?
That could have backfired
8.
horribly.
Lucrative James only picked 8. JVD, that's what I'm saying. That's why I came in 4th instead of 3rd. Is because
yeah, well, good noodle should have. Good noodle should have done it.
Nah, but I would have. I was confident in Mick Parkin, so he would have been one of my 8 that I picked. I'm just saying I got 8 for 13. Yeah.
What up, Northie? How's it going? Anyway, boys, I'm gonna have to wrap things up pretty soon.
Yo, 1 second, Frankie.
We need to. Okay, no, go ahead. I'm not gonna.
Frankie, one thing.
I'm not gonna duck.
Yo, give me that Chris Duncan pick though. I knew Vucenic would fucking lose.
And to be fair, I did say that he was a very good underdog to take. So I think we can both run away with that one.
Yeah, but you didn't think he was gonna win. You were on some fucking, snorting coke, hookers, and Bangkok shit. You were seeing dollar signs in your eyes, lady boys and shit.
But yeah, you're right. But having
Yo, what's all this about ladyboys? Does Frankie like ladyboys? Is that something that's
Vucenic's a faggot. He was so good.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
I've said that shit. He was everybody's fucking hero for a while, and then Gurham beat him. I didn't see Cowie Fernandez beating Gurham. That one was.
As soon as Guram got mogged, I knew Vucenic was definitely gonna.
Yeah, but do you know what a 45-70 is?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
All
right, Anakin's been DMing me, trying to talk about fucking Kevin Holland. And I mean, like,
about Kevin
Holland. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Connor. I don't know. I mean, whatever.
Capitan, I just realized you were here, bro. I had no idea you were here. You should have DM'd me or DM me in the private chat. Sorry, bro.
I'm gonna hop off.
I'm gonna send everyone. I think everyone should head over to Bodak now. I know he's glitching at the moment. But first of all, good noodle. Do you want to say anything before we head off?
Oh no, I'm just heading off. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Oh yeah, bro. We need to make this the regular. I think having JVD in here as well on the Sunday really works well. I think the 4 of us is the.
I'm always off on Sundays and Tuesdays.
Yeah, Sunday works. I think after every card, having the 4 of, because we tend to have a very split opinion on everything. So I think it's the right format to do this.
Yeah.
It's also. It's also relatively civil. I mean, olive branch to JVD. To be honest, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, I got no problem with JVD.
Banter, definitely. I know how he is. It's definitely a banter thing. But
shout
out again to shout out to all 3 of you again for coming up. Apologies.
Right.
And I didn't see you until literally as we were coming off. Hopefully you can partake in the next one. We've got to do more moving forward anyway in terms of doing some of these panels at the right moments. But shout out to everyone who came in. We're very close to our goals here on the channel. So thanks to everyone who joined in. If you could head over to Bodak now, I'm gonna link the stream again. If you guys could head over there, that would be beautiful. Much love to everyone, and I'll see you. I'll be back again on Tuesday, where hopefully we can discuss the next week's card. Thank you to everyone who pitched up. I really appreciate every single one of you. Have a great night. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And like on the